That's loose. They have some drop. You can see it's not happy. Once I get moving, if I'm stopped at lights, this happens. Bubbling and boiling. That's a radiator leak. First, we're going to have to remove the shroud, and that's this clip and this clip. And I'm going to have to remove this. We're going to have to remove the hoses, so we're going to do this right here. We're going to do this. We're going to leave the oil cooler on there, and another line here off just to have more room in here. Remove this. This just pops off. Then we're going to put a screwdriver here and another one right there, and then this will pull off. Right here. Remove this. This is a good idea, kind of keeps it snug. So I'm loosening this end, kind of twist it out of the way. It's a 10 millimeter, and pulls out, and then this is a clip. It just pulls shroud out. Maybe wind these back, kind of pushes it. Now that we got the shroud out, we can see what we got down there. We got the transmission cooler lines. There's 1, 2, and that's a lower radiator hose, which is just a flathead and a reserve. We have the reserve right there, and right behind it, flathead screwdriver for the lower cooler line. Safe to say it missed the bucket, but the bucket was there. And lower radiator screw right there, that flathead. So oil cooler, we're not going to mess with that, but here's the other 10 millimeter right there. So we're going to get that transmission cooler line off. It's not really leaking that bad. And we're going to stuff it behind here. Just kind of tuck that under right here. Grommets off. Prime off. There's one. And there's a rubber on there. There we go. Now our radiator should pretty much
slide right on out.
Push it over to the side a little bit. There we go. And up she goes. Got it for 40 bucks at the junkyard. It lasted me 6 years, so it did pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I probably should have changed the fluid more often. Probably would have been good. Yep. Just adding water and freeze up. Remove this little bracket and this little bracket. I'm gonna try to knock it off with a piece of wood, maybe. Knocks it off.
Yep.
Now we are ready. We're gonna flush this thing. So now we're flushing it out with water. There it is.
Oh snap! Whoop.
Good, actually, looks pretty damn good. Put our hardware on right there on the bottom. Make sure it's on the right way. As you see, those 2 holes right there, and this goes into the holes. Lift up and slide in there. Right in there. First one I did was this 10. Then 19 millimeter or 3/4 inch transmission cooler line, and then I did the close transmission cooler line. Clip that in and clip that in. Now we're gonna go get the lower cooler line, and then we're gonna get the reserve. But I'm gonna flush it one more time, the actual radiator, and I'm gonna go through here, flush this a little bit, just get anything out of there that we don't flush in the reserve. And this is pretty bad.
Dude.
It's not really coming. Yeah.
That's what was clogging it up.
Yeah.
Sludge.
Yeah. Alright. And we got the reserve cleaned. We had a bunch of gunk in there. Next thing we connected is the lower line right here, and then the reserve. Put the shroud on. Kind of lightly and gently shift it down there, and there's 2 tabs. Alright, next we clip this in. There we go. Put this in there. Put the upper back on. Now, tight there. This one I got to tighten. This is concentrate. I'm going to put a whole gallon in, this whole thing in there, and then we're going to put a gallon of water in. Distilled water of the Mountain Dew. It's a bit, but this is probably the way we're going to end up filling it. This is distilled water. We put a gallon. Needed a 10 millimeter to do the job. You need a flathead screwdriver, and you need a 19 little bucket. You need 3.17 gallons of antifreeze, and you need some extra transmission fluid. I didn't use gel. I got so many videos of doing every single thing to this masterpiece.